So Charlotte leaves the orphanage and her good friends Vern and Hayward. She eventually finds a nice older man who lets her live in his barn and begins to teach her to drive a 6-horse stagecoach. Learning to drive the coach is hard work. Here were 6 strong horses waiting for her commands, her tugs on the reins to tell them which way to go. She yelled "Haw!" and "Gee!" to them to bear left and right, like she did when she was riding one horse or driving 2. She wished Hayward could see her, and Vern. Vern would have never let her get out of that wagon until she figured out the turns. Just like when he taught her to ride, he kept putting her back on Freedom, her horse, after each fall, saying, "Every time you fall, you learn something new about your horse. You learn what not to do next time." Here's another important place to stop, because I've noticed another place where a wiser character has offered the main character some advice. Vern has told Charlotte that every time you fall, you learn something you can use, something about what not to do the next time. Now remember the question we need to ask ourselves once we find one of these life lessons. How might this advice affect the character? Although Vern was teaching Charlotte to ride and telling her that when she falls she needs to learn from it and get back in the saddle, this means that whenever she fails at anything, she should try to learn from it and keep on trying. In other words, it's both a lesson about riding and a lesson about life. Now we're going to keep reading and practice on our own to see if there are any other moments like these. In the next excerpt, the story has continued, and now Charlotte is a good stagecoach driver. But on this day, someone from her past wants to ride on her stagecoach, and that upsets her. Ebenezer, the man who taught her to drive a 6-horse stagecoach, sees that she's upset, and the passage reveals what he says. So now you practice.